it's not so much a resurgence that demographers tell us, but what there is the decline has become stagnation, right? The religious decline in this country is a decline. But yeah, it's the trend has changed. And now I'm going to go next to
just like in a non-religious sense, the effect of subjectivism, not in terms of religious outlook or morality specifically. Most people accept the morality of the communities they live in, but subjectivism is seeping into our sense of media and truth. Right, my facts matter more than yours because I researched them and I haven't heard yours.
So that is uncontestable. Yeah, and it's now.
So this is what we're missing about moral subjectivism. According to him, his perspective says that there's a foundational, fundamental difference between a believer and a non-believer. That a non-believer would have absolutely no force.
When the man opened his eyes, he saw that his neck was trapped in a laser cutter.
Doing whatever. Whereas a believer, foundationally, has a force, which is God. And that's where he was coming from. So, but he didn't clarify that, right? So we never answered his question because he was assuming that we were kind of all applied to, I suppose, every God believer, right? And that's what, when we dichotomize,
I agree with you. This is the problem, right? There are so many different kinds of atheists. There's so many different kinds of believers. And everything in between. I think these sort of broad-based standards, broad-based generalizations about, well, if you're an atheist, this or believer that, I agree. I think it's just not helpful, right? I mean, again, we have to talk in some generalizations just to have a conversation. We can't particularize everything, or we'd have no patterns and no ability to communicate bigger truths. But you got to watch a little bit, right? I mean, you have to kind of watch when you paint with such a broad brush.
If I could also add very quickly, sorry to interrupt, but what I believe he was also saying, and what he meant, but what he clearly didn't say was, if you believe in God, you have hell. You have going to hell in eternity to prevent you from killing people. But if you're an atheist, you don't believe in the afterlife. So if there's not hell, what do you have stopping you? That's my opinion.
You know what the problem with that argument is, Uncle Steve, when you go to our gold standard, the Pew Studies? When they ask people if they believe in hell, they say yes. Does anybody think they're going there? No. No, like overwhelmingly, everybody thinks they're going to heaven. So I don't think this view that fear of hell is scaring people into morality is that effective, because most people think they're great, they're going to heaven.
Reverend Scott, that's why I have you doing the first half of hour number 3. Thank you.
Well, I just go by our gold standard.
May I add my two...
go ahead, Jason. Absolutely.
Thanks, I appreciate it. So I can honestly answer his question from a non-believer standpoint, right? So morality is subjective. And if this person wants to do what they want to do because they think it's in their best interest, there actually is nothing that can stop them. So that would be the honest answer. Someone's going to do what they want to do, and nothing's going to stop them.
Because I've been skipped a couple times. I'm going to go to Daryl, then you, Mountain. You'll be next. Daryl has to be in the queue. Daryl, my main man, one of my main man mods, and my buddy from the Critical Thinking Forum. Would you like a fresh fact?
Maybe just 3. There's this really funny episode of The Sopranos where Paulie and Christopher are calculating how much time they're going to have to spend in hell. And then Paulie says, there is no hell. There's purgatory. And then he says, it's really funny. He says, I think I got about 6,000 years in purgatory. And then he says, after that, I go up to the pearly gates. And I think it's the same episode where the medium is calling out the number, the ghosts of the people that Paulie has killed. It's absolutely, how does it come up? Because, the dispensationalism thing is interesting, right? Because, and this is more like for our buddy down there, it's like, again, like similar to like Paulie on The Sopranos, right? They keep readjusting their end time calculation, right? It's gonna be now. It's gonna be after World II, after World War I. It's like they keep changing when the end times are coming. And what I don't think our friend down there realizes is that they're all wrong. They've all been wrong. We're all still here, and we're gonna be here. Like, well, not us literally, but this planet's gonna be here 1,000 years from now, 10,000 years from now, and you'll still have groups of people predicting the end of the world. Rapture, the idea of the rapture, of Jesus coming and taking people before the end of the world, that spawned those books, that sold millions of copies to Left Behind.
I'll never forgive Nicolas Cage for being in that fucking.
What about Kirk Cameron?
No, he had it because he's terrible. I don't give a shit about Kirk Cameron, but I can't go Nicolas Cage.
I think Nicolas Cage just needs to pay his bills these days. But the assassinations of, and maybe it wasn't a comparison, so let me walk that back. But putting what happened this week in the same vein as the killing of Kennedy and the killing of Bobby, it's ridiculous. I just think it's ridiculous. And lastly, I just want to say what I said yesterday. Don't let this distract you from the Epstein thing. The Epstein thing hopefully will not go away. And, and I misspoke yesterday, 18,000 new emails were discovered. And as more and more of this comes out, there's just going to be more names dropping. And we can't let this thing go away because there are thousands of young girls who have been harmed by this, by what has happened. And I think it does them an injustice to simply, switch news topics and what we're going to talk about this week. I hope it doesn't go.
And I don't mean to be a conspiracy theorist, but you think it's an accident when Trump does stuff like change the name of the Department of Defense, the Department of War willy-nilly? I mean, he is throwing everything against the wall to see it will stick to distract. Let's keep them looking at the shiny objects. All right. Now, I'm going to go to Mountain. Mountain, here you go. It is time for your fresh pie.
How's it going? Yeah. Charlie Kirk, situation again. We're, not again, but we're still dealing with it. Pretty horrible. I've been talking to quite a few people on the left, and they don't, they're wanting to say he's not a leftist, that he's an Nick Fuentes groiper, or that he's not trans, even though he is dating a trans person. This is obviously a leftist here, man. And
I don't think it's obvious he's a leftist. I think what he is complex, right? I mean, his whole family. No. You're not in his head. And I know he's got a complex biography. Are you gonna run? Yeah, I'm a mod. I can interrupt you. Now, what I'm saying is, I'm on the left. Okay, I'm on the left.
What do you do? That's what you're,
What I'm saying is, this is not obvious.
Hey, Mountain, there's a universal rule on Clubhouse in basically every single fucking room, and that is when a mod speaks, you shut the fuck up. If you don't like it, there's the leave out. If you don't like it, there's the leave quietly button up top. So when Scott speaks, mute up. When Scott speaks, mute up. Thank you.
Thank you, Uncle Steve. There you go. So
Reverend Scott, I was just feeling a little protective of leadership. I just had to reinforce the rules of the room that we've had for over 4 years. And by the way, that basically every other Clubhouse room has. Please continue.
And I would just say, finish my point. Like, it's if this guy were clearly a leftist, I would say it. I'm a good faith actor, at least I try to be. And the left does have a problem with political violence. I mean, I think it's every study has shown, there's more of it in number and lethality that originates on the right, but that doesn't mean there's none on the left. But this guy, to act as though this guy is some sort of left-wing activist, this is a murky, complex guy. Sometimes they should look. John Hinckley shot Reagan to impress Jodie Foster. I mean, we don't always know, and I think our rush to sort of saying this was that I don't know that his identity is all that clear. So that's all.
Right? If I could just echo what you're saying, there's this idea that if someone's gay, they're left, right? Like it's something that they perpetuate amongst themselves, and yet when you look at like some of the news that's come out, Grindr crash.
Larry Craig from 20, 30 years ago going to totally advocated against the LGBTQ, and then he's busted in a sting in an airport bathroom trying to pick up someone who's gay.
And Grindr crashed twice during the last RNC convention. Nobody wants to talk about that, but the idea is that, if you're gay, if you're this, or if you're in any way what they consider non-normal, you have to be on the left.
I will say
it's wrong to cut people into left and right. You know, it's like everybody isn't left or right. People are more complex. Scott is right. Scott is correct. People are way more complicated than left and right. And I think as long as we continue dividing people into left and right, we're making the wrong, not that we need any divisions, but we're making the wrong division.
Yeah, absolutely. I could not agree more. It's just, and again, it's. I mean, oftentimes just nuance is super helpful, right? And I think, again, we often have to make generalizations just to talk, right? So because humans function on pattern recognition and language, patterns and things like that. But the things are complex. Reality tends to be very complex. Uncle Steve, are you ready to sit back in the captain's chair?
Give me one more speaker.
All right, let's go to my dear friend, Dr. Francine. Dr. Francine, from the Sunshine State. Would you like a fresh bump?
Yeah, well, yes and no. I don't know how long this is going to take, but I want to go on with my feeling about morality and about the wrongness of cutting people into right and left. I mean, this kid who is 22, whose prefrontal cortex had not finished when he's 30. And by the way, I live in Arizona, so I've seen a lot of Charlie Kirk, and Charlie Kirk had changed a lot. Charlie Kirk, in some ways, was on his way to the mainstream because now he's 31 and a father. And that makes a huge difference in, how you exercise your beliefs and what you believe in and what you see around you. And you keep learning and growing as you grow up. And this 22-year-old kid, who knows what he will believe when he grows up to be a mature adult, which he is not now. And he's obviously been influenced by somebody. But, until he tells us, we don't know who. And we don't know if he's a groyper or a leftist or, a politically inactive, although his family said he'd been active. And what do we know about his roommate? We don't know anything. There was so much misinformation. So every once in a while, I just have to speak out that I'm following this story about as closely as anybody. And I don't know what's true.
Dr. Francine, I love that. I think it's amazing that you can say those three magic words. I don't know. You are obviously continuing to educate yourself, to look at the evidence. There's going to be evidence on many sides, not just two sides, many sides. You're going to look at the evidence and and you're going to decide for yourself what evidence is more believable, more compelling, and then you will draw your own conclusion and opinion. And that is the clear definition of a critical thinker. And for that, Dr. Francine, you get the standing ovation. Thank you. And for that being said, also standing ovation for Reverend Scott. Thank you, Reverend Scott, for giving me the half-hour break.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah, it's great.
It's a pleasure.
This is a great show, baby. If you're in the audience, oh, and by the way, I don't think Honey Badger has spoken, so he's going to be next within 60 seconds. If you're in the audience, this is now the time to be bold, brave, courageous. Raise your hand and come on up, because as we get closer to the top of the hour, it's going to become more difficult, if not impossible, to come on up and give your opinion. Let's go to Honey Badger. Honey Badger, welcome back to Ask the Atheist with the Mod Squad. What would you like to talk about? Honey Badger, yeah.
Do I have audio? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. There's been a lot going on.
You are loud and clear. You get a fresh 5.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, I don't need 5. I just think it's interesting that, like, the divisiveness and rhetoric and all this extreme talk that is just so easily played out in the media is freaking scary. And the president of the United States is a divisive, violent man who came to the table very shortly after one of his great friends was murdered on TV, and said that the Dems and the libs and the left are radical and dangerous, and that this is hate speech, dude. And this is the president.
If I may,
okay. I thought I had 5. Okay, never mind. I gotta get going pretty soon because I was pulling over to talk, but.
I was just going to say the first thing he advocated for was the death penalty, but I will go on mute.
Yeah, no, I agree. Sorry, I just had a couple minutes. So the thing I want to point out is I find it ironic that all these people are claiming, like, let's just say this guy had a trans housemate, right? Let's just say this guy was gay, right? And he had a trans housemate. Okay, so a kid who came from a predominantly white Christian/Mormon society with money at a university that's predominantly white and probably Mormon, and came from a family that basically taught him to work. Wow, sounds like this religious freaking gun-toting stuff doesn't work. I guess it doesn't have any power. I guess it's just pretty weak and flimsy and is easily just dismissed by someone who's so strongly embraced by that kind of environment. It's really strange listening to the fucking double speak in here. It's crazy.
And Honey Badger, I'm going to give you a standing ovation, not for what you said, but the fact that you pulled over to say it. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. We love people. I know you've been in the room since pretty much start a couple hours. You waited till you were in your car to pull over. And by the way, I appreciate you driving safely. Thank you. If you're in the audience, you want to come on up, please do. Next in my queue is Billy. Hi, Billy. Welcome to the show. What would you like to talk about?
Hi, kids. When the President of the United States says he doesn't care to bring us together and wants to blame the Democrats for the hate speech and the throwing around the word Hitler, it reminds me that it was J.D. Vance who said Trump was probably going to be America's Hitler.
Right. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
Yeah. It's we're lost. We're lost, and having a gun makes you.
Tell me why you are lost.
Well, I no longer have my radio show. I was fired. I was silenced by the right wing. So I no longer have the voice I've had for the last 20 years. I did not get to say goodbye to my audience. And
most people that are fired on radio not get
I know, Stephen, I know. But we had a very intimate relationship, being the only liberal on a conservative radio show. But yeah, I just think that when you own a gun, you want to use it, and that's a crazy place to find yourself.
Well, it's interesting that you say that, because over 99% of gun owners never shoot a person, never kill anybody, and arguably are responsible. If you want the stats, and by the way, I looked them up, in 2023, there were less than 50,000 gun deaths in America, like about 47,000. It's documented that there are over 100 million gun owners. There are over 400 million guns in circulation in America. There are over 100 million gun owners. Therefore, based on the numbers, 1% is a million. And
but clearly, Steve, it's just not enough.
The only reason I bring it up is because when you make the statement that you have a gun, you want to use it. I just wanted to bring out those facts. Go ahead.
A few years ago, I'm still in reaction to this. It was shortly after they were talking about how the Dems stole the election.
Yeah.
And some guy gets up at one of their meetings and says, "When do we get to use our guns?" And I just find that in America today, we're willing to let people kill children and rape children, and we're just not going to do anything about it. And that's
well, I don't agree with that one either. Look at the pushback that Trump's getting on Epstein. He's getting pushback from both
I haven't
sides.
heard the word Epstein ever since Kirk got shot. Maybe that was why he arranged for Kirk to get shot.
So it's your opinion that Trump manufactured this?
No, it's not. It's my opinion. I can't put it past him, however.
Fair enough. That's fine. I'm not going to argue with your opinion.
Well, it's a fact that you can't put it past him. Not my opinion.
No, it's an opinion. On to another topic. Go ahead. Make the question or statement again. I'd be happy to respond.
When I don't have anything to say about this. I'm just, like you said, I'm lost.
Fair enough. And let me respond. If you're alluding to that Trump is a master deflector, I completely agree. Trump is the greatest deflector president. To the lack of conversation about Epstein for the past 72 hours on Trump, I think that has to do with the media, and it has to do with the population, because this is clearly the number one story. We're all searching for information. We're all, let's say, searching out our ground where we want to stand. Give it about a week. I guarantee you Epstein will be back in the news, but please continue.
I just want to finish with this.
Yes.
In 2023, when Kirk said, well, a few gun deaths, that's worth it, as long as we get to keep our Second Amendment.
If I could follow up one question. So you're against the Second Amendment, or maybe I misunderstood you?
I'm against the way we're allowing the Second Amendment that we have to sit around. Being on radio all this time and having to report on troll killings has been disgusting to me, and it's the day I hate most in my radio careers. I've never used the name of the killers. I always refer to them as the pathetic loser, and I just think that guns are less valuable than our kids, and I wish people would agree with me.
That is a fantastic point, and you're the first one that's brought it up in the show after 2 hours and 42 minutes, that the name of the assassin was brought up immediately. It was not withheld. That is a very good point.
And he said a really good quote. I'd rather give up my guns than have more children killed in school shootings.
I completely agree. Billy, is there anything else you want to contribute or close? I very much value your comments.
No, kids, thanks very much. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you for your contribution. Anybody in the audience wants to come up, you got literally like 5 minutes, and then mods don't bring anybody else up. Okay, let's see. Before we go to closing thoughts and burning desires, I want to go to the mod squad. Anybody on the mod squad want to respond to anything that we've heard in the past 43 minutes?
Yeah, I'd love to hop in for a minute.
Go ahead. Please, go ahead.
Yeah, to prior speaker a while back who was saying, what would stop an atheist that wanted to cause harm from causing harm? Well, absolutely nothing. That's what you're trying to get us to say. But I do think you left a couple of important things out. I just wanted to state
This show is on YouTube. Giant Jones has it on YouTube.
Atheists do not believe in objective morality. Plenty of atheists believe in objective morality. I am an atheist that believes in objective morality. So the starting premise that if you're an atheist you have to be a moral relativist is not a correct starting premise. Secondly, I would say that while there is nothing stopping an atheist that wants to cause harm that's a moral relativist from doing it, historically there's been nothing stopping religious people who want to cause harm from causing it either. History is replete with examples of people causing harm in the name of God. Violence is a human problem. Attributing it to any religion, whether that religion is atheism or one that believes in God, is sort of irrelevant. People that want to cause harm cause harm. It is a person problem, not an idea problem.
Thank you, Matt, for saying that. Well said.
Absolutely. In fact, let's give Matt a standing ovation. Nicely done, Matt. Nicely done. Appreciate that. All right, let's see if anybody new is on stage. Okay, nobody new is on stage. So we're going to go to closing thoughts and burning desires. El Normo, do you want to take a couple of minutes with closing thoughts and burning desires, El Normo?
Yeah, sure. We've been through a tough week. There were two major shootings. One an assassination of a public figure, the other a school shooting. It's just unspeakably awful, disturbing. Also had a very public execution of an innocent Ukrainian refugee on public transportation by a psychopath who slit her throat. The psychopath was freed apparently repeatedly by an incompetent judge who was appointed with the express purpose of not incarcerating criminals. I noticed, just as a side note, that people cited the decrease in crime in some cities that Trump proposed to send the National Guard to, without pointing out that crime had gone down in these cities because they'd stopped prosecuting misdemeanors. That was true at least in Washington, D.C. I happened to look that up. So at Washington, D.C., at the time that Trump sent the National Guard to lower crime, Washington, D.C. had a rate of murder 87% above the national average. You cannot prosecute misdemeanors, which adds to chaos and crime in a community, such as shoplifting and burglary and personal crimes. But you can't pretend dead bodies aren't there. You can't hide dead bodies. So it's been a tough week, and I think we're going to have to sit with what we've learned from this week. For one thing, we now have nurtured a generation that seems willing to murder people with whom they disagree, as in the case with the murder of the United Healthcare executive
believe his name was Bill Thompson, by a creep whose name I won't even dignify by using, or by the murder of Charlie Kirk.
And by the way, I would say that 9 out of 10 people know the name of the assassin and don't know the name of the United Healthcare Worker CEO. Please continue, Norm. It's a shame.
It definitely is, and that's why I know the name, and I purposely didn't use it. I want to not get the bad taste of that name in my mouth. And so we're going to have to respond to this national affliction, as we need to respond to international events that seem to constitute an assault on our freedom to live according to our values. So I believe our values are under attack. And I believe, you could say our freedom, but I mean all of our values are under attack. And there is now a realignment taking place. Charlie Kirk was part of that realignment. Trump is part of that realignment. He's not the leader I would have chosen for the job, but he's the one whose history has chosen. And I think we need to pay close attention and not drop the ball. Thank you, Steve.
Norm, those were some of the best words I've ever heard you say. Mod Squad, get together. Let's all get together and give Norm a first-class escort.
Mod Squad!
I show Honey Badger in my queue is next. Would you like to say goodbye, Honey Badger?
Sure, I'll say goodbye because I'm driving again, so thanks.
Thank you. First-class escort to the VIP. You only get me on that one, but it's a special one. End of times, Dave. Would you like to take a minute or two and say goodbye?
I think I will not talk about this week. Last week I talked about coming weeks and months. I think I'm a scientist, and I in a very good opportunity to understand a believer, non-believer, from the spiritual perspective, also God, and also maybe aliens because of three-eyed atlas, and in this very chaotic geopolitical and American internal politics, I think understanding Bible and how the framework helped me to understand the end time and the coming event. That's it.
Dave, thank you. First class escort to the VIP. And now we go to the mods who do not get first class escorts to the VIP because they have to stay on stage and continue doing the heavy lifting until the end of the show. John, would you like to say goodbye?
Bye, Uncle Steve.
We can come back to John if John is not available. Okay, let's go to Daryl. Would you like to say goodbye? Daryl.
I would. The end times are not coming. I'll start with that. And I'll also say that, political violence is not new. I mean, Marie Antoinette was executed in what could easily be called political violence. And what I would say is that when you push, I'm a realist, I'm not an idealist, right? You push people, even if, especially people who might be mentally unbalanced, right? And you see violent things happen. We want to argue that where everyone's rational, everyone's able to make decisions. That's simply not true. And I see that every day I get on the subway. This will continue to happen in a society where people are told that you're completely on your own, your fate is your own, your destiny is your own, and if you fail, it's your fault. And I think as a society, we have to figure some of these things out, or it's just going to continue to happen.
Thank you. Let's try John again. John, are you there? Would you like to say goodbye? John?
I'm here, Uncle Steve.
We got Les.
Go
Les.
fuck yourself.
Bye.
Les, thank you very much. let's go to Lynn.
I'm here.
Would you like? Oh,
I don't even know why people come to Uncle Steve's show. He's not polite. He's not nice. He's a prick. He sounds like an asshole. He sounds like shit.
Okay. Lynn.
And his mod squad
Yes.
is a bunch of cronies.
So, sitting here and listening, I find myself in a really strange place because sitting in the center, I mean, a lot of people throw things right, a lot of people throw things left. I think Dr. Francine said it best. When we put people on the left and the right, we pit them against each other. And I think that's, we are failing to nuance the fact that there's personal responsibility. People want to blame the conservative parents of this supposed possible alleged murder of Charlie Kirk, but they're not mentioning the fact that these people, well, his father anyway, is the one that turned him in, so clearly he believes in personal responsibility. And that's, I think, where we need to start, is where is the personal responsibility rather than the finger pointing. And so, you know, I'd like to see a little bit more of that and a little bit less of it's this person's fault or this family's fault or this ideology's fault. Is really not, because everybody has an opinion. That doesn't mean we have to necessarily act on those opinions. And when we act on it, that is a choice we have then made. So I'd like to see a little bit more of that and a little less, it's, you know, this is fault or trans fault or whatever that we're going to blame on it. And so I do want to say that if he is the killer, I'm really happy that his father turned him in and did not, like, make it seem like, oh, we need to cover this up and be all cutesy and sweet parents that love our children into their own, you know, stupidity. So anyway, that's what I had to say, and thank you. Goodbye, everybody. Oh, hopefully I'll see some of you at Ask Young Elvis right after this.
There you go. A little shameless plug. Love that. Matt, would you like to say goodbye?
Yeah. You know, to everybody listening, hope you have a great rest of the weekend, good work week. And I would part with the thought that in debate, one of the things you're supposed to do as a debater is to argue against the best interpretation of the other person's argument. You are supposed to be charitable and assume the strongest version, because arguing against that will allow you to provide your strongest.
I believe that's known as a steelman argument.
Steelmanning is something you can do if you're trying to make the argument for them, but I would say that's slightly separate. What I would say is we've become so fixated on winning debates that we are not fixated on the quality of our arguments when we do so, and it has made us weaker on both sides. I would encourage everybody to have the most charity for the people you disagree with possible, not because it benefits them, but because it benefits you. And if you can, try to see them as the most human you possibly can. Again, your disagreements with them will be more valid.
Try to see Republican conservatives as human as humanly possible.
Because you're a good person. Everybody that was doing it because they're a good person is already doing it. Do it because it makes you
liberal superiority.
It is 100% factual that the best debaters can argue either side successfully. Let's say goodbye to
Wow,
Richard.
profound, Steve.
Richard, would you like to say goodbye?
Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for a great show, Steve.
Thank you. Let's say goodbye to Violet. Violet, would you like to say goodbye?
Great to have you back, Steve. And I wanted to say my personal opinion of the Mod Squad popcorn song is that it's awesome. I love that. I think it's perfect for the segment. And yeah, I hope everybody has a great week, safe journeys, and I'll see everybody soon. Bye.
Thank you. And Alfonso is on the phone, so let's go to Reverend Scott. Reverend, would you like to say goodbye?
Oh, Uncle Steve, they say the pain of parting is nothing to the joy of meeting again. So while that's from Dickens. So while it's sorrowful that the show has to come to an end.
Yes.
It's because it's so amazing. But it goes on again and again. Every weekend, Uncle Steve, we're here.
That's right.
And it's a thrill to be here for our public. And I'm looking forward to next show. Just
Fucking thrilled.
High energy, action packed show. Weekend of shows with my uncles.
Today's show was amazing. Thank you, Mod Squad. Thank you, nieces and nephews.
Hey, do I get to say?
Where are you? Wait, where are
I'm at the top
Oh,
left.
you're at the top
man.
left. Hey, buddy. I humbly apologize.
I got forgotten in the introduction of the Mod Squad, and now I'm getting
Jesus.
forgotten for the goodbye to the Mod Squad. However, that does not affect.
Nobody likes to talk to slime.
So I'm going to use this opportunity to say once again, a great room, great conversations, and it was brought up about atheist worldview. Atheism is not a worldview. It's also not a belief system. Atheism is an absence of belief in a God or gods. Atheism, many atheists do not consider morality a divine decree, but a human endeavor. We must understand that and not mislabel what atheism is. Atheism is not a threat to your
It's
beliefs.
nothing. It's literally nothing.
These outdated fears, and let's recognize that a person's lack of beliefs in a God does not equate to a lack of morals or a lack of purpose or a lack of humanity. Atheists are neighbors, friends, family members.
Hi, neighbor. AKA atheist.
And leaders. They contribute to our society and strengthen it, not by believing indifferently, but by living well. So people, there is a left wing and a right wing, and that bird flies. So we must cooperate, whether you're left or right. We got to stay in the middle to keep this bird flying. Folks.
Wow, JCC, what about an HD?
That was amazing.
Unbelievable, JCC.
Founder in the Atheism House, Alfonso. Would you like to say goodbye, Alfonso? Alfonso going once. Alfonso going twice. Well, on behalf of Alfonso, our fearless founder, we say goodbye. And that'll wrap it.
Oh, wow, the fearless founder.
Thank you,
Steve has truly taken over the fearless founders show.
And we'll be back next Saturday with Ask Uncle Steve with the Mod Squad. Next Sunday, Ask the Atheist with the Mod Squad. And I hope from the bottom of my heart, on behalf of the Mod
Steve,
Squad.
you don't have a heart. We back up in that politically correct show, everybody.
And y'all can't, any other studio, any other producer, they would have said, absolutely, we're going to make sure the star of this gets the accommodation she needs. But y'all, 3 black people didn't want to get this black woman
And you sure they wasn't going to reimburse her? Because that's the part that just sounds crazy to me. I mean, I can see somebody saying, all right, look, go ahead and pay for yourself up front, and then whatever, you pay for, just send it to us and, invoice us, and we'll pay you on the back end.
No, it wasn't part of the budget because it was, Purchase was a very limited budget, and that was supposed to be their argument that no, we're not paying for nobody because it's not in the budget, and we weren't even expecting to get picked up. This is an independent film, and it gets picked up by Lionsgate or whatever.
Okay.
And that's what I say too. But all right, y'all didn't. Okay, so. Still pay for me. Now it went where y'all didn't think it was going. So you still gotta pay. And they didn't want to pay it. I think maybe she said something about it, but didn't go hard about it, and she may have thought about it and then said it more, and then that's where it escalated.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing is that so the film had an original production budget about $10 million. It made $60 million, so you're supposed to increase the original budget. That's how budgets work. When you start projecting more revenue, you increase the budget and spend more too. So that's
But I wouldn't know it. Well, I guess they would have projected more revenue because it was getting rave reviews from all of these different sources. So yeah, and I guess You know, that stuff that's known in the movie business, but me as just a basic civilian, I'm like, you pay for her. Like, what's going on? Y'all got it. One of y'all do, if one don't, you know, or all three of y'all could have put together. How much the fuck was it? 500,000?
Well, but here's the thing. Like, for me in business, it's hard to make those adjustments in my mind just talking about it. Like, all right, well, you need to pay for me. Well, no, we have this budget. We don't have any more money left. And she might not have said anything, right? And then the more money started coming in, they said, you know what? Let's go ahead and just reimburse her something because of the fact that this. A lot of times people kill their own blessings because they go opening up their mouth and then they get screwed on the back end because you opened your mouth too soon.
I disagree with that one.
I'm just telling you from lessons that I know for myself and what I've learned from myself.
I agree, but what I'm talking about is taking into account this is a movie that you three independently came together to recreate. You can't pick the cast. You asked me to do it. Also, we are of kin, or we are all black. You know, this is not a regular situation. I understand business. And if you had said, we'll reimburse you, fine. You guys presented to me, hey, this is getting more press than we thought. Travel overseas on your own dime. Also, bring your makeup artist, you'll be paying for her. And whoever your stylist, you'll be paying for her. Whatever you gotta wear, you'll be paying for that too. Huh? No, my nigga, I don't give a fuck what kind of business we got going on. Now, you're not gonna play me. You're not about to get free labor, and you have no, you know. And I just gotta guess it. Maybe they'll reimburse me if we make, you know, whatever. No, and who knows if you're this shady to not give it to me up front? Who knows if you make more money and we don't have anything in paper? Who knows if you'll pay me? Because you'll just say we never agreed to that.
Yeah, and so First Lady, if your original revenue projection was 25 million, and then it goes up to 60 million, you increase your expense budget as well.
Oh, amazing, CEO.
Steps of this like not even reimbursement, like upfront payment. No, I mean unless they took out a policy specifically for that, but if you. I mean, that wouldn't make a lot of sense. It should be like an upfront policy or whatever's going on. But
enjoy the show.
Maybe what you was gonna pay for the insurance policy.
Enjoy the show, everybody. We're going to get a nice coffee.
This isn't like a huge expense. You just paying for.
We got a room open called Democrats Avoiding All Responsibility and Moral Superiority.
I don't get that. That just doesn't make sense to me. And I get the business part of it, but there's not enough evidence there to say this is business versus I'm just stingy.
All right, so let me just go back to what CEO said, right, about increasing the budget. Increasing the budget, okay, but if it wasn't in the budget at the time of these tours, we see this coming about. We got a plan for it. We may not have received the revenue just yet. Again, I think everything has to do with communication. I don't care if y'all get upset with me for continuously keep repeating it. Communication is everything. She could have opened up her mouth and said something when, in fact, if she didn't want to go and she couldn't afford it, she could just simply say, okay, well, guys, you know what? I can't afford it, and I'm sorry I won't be there. Period. And left it at that.
No, that's what she said.
Oh, then I don't see nothing wrong with that. If I tell you I can't afford it and I won't be there and left it alone.
It's not about her affording it, though. That's not right. It's not.
Not only did she say I can't afford it and I won't be there, she paid for Gab because they didn't pay for her. She took out of her own pocket. She paid for Gabri to go.
That's right. That's you, Matt.
Who's Gabri?
You and your moral superiority. What a joke. Go to the gym, fatty. Read a book.
And so she went on a European tour.
And this was in 2009. So
yeah, whatever the movie.
Yeah, but I'm talking about if we go back in that era of time, 2008 is when we had that little recession situation, right? So 2009, we're coming out of that. So the money and things, it was kind of weary during that era of time. I'm just saying.
all them because First Lady Oprah was a billionaire through 2009. Tyler Perry was right around a billion, and so
he was billion birth.
he was close to it. He was around the 6. He had plenty money to send her. It wouldn't have been shit for him to write that $1.5 billion check and say, "Take your ass on across that pond."
Okay. All right.
It wouldn't have been that much. It wouldn't have even been that much.
Yeah, what you think? Maybe like 500?
I think it would have been about $250,000. Honestly.
Yeah, $250,000.
So one of the biggest standout things about it, is Lionsgate actually took it over. They didn't pay her for the festivals, which is customary for the studios to pay, and that was about $200,000 on that.
What'd you say, Aleph? Repeat that, please.
I was saying that once Lionsgate took it over, they didn't pay for the festival promotions, which are customary about $200,000 to $700,000. For her, it would have probably been around $1.
Yeah, that is worth noting as well, that this is not just on Oprah and Tyler Perry, it's on Lionsgate, because Lionsgate acquired the project, and so they also decided not to do this. So it's on them as well. It's not just Oprah.
But don't you think just on like a black piece, like that's like I say, hey, First Lady and CEO, I want to make this passion project, y'all know I'm a photographer, whatever. Yeah, can y'all do this? Just on the strength, like Black Power, you know what I'm saying? I'll pay y'all a little something I don't really have. I'm not, and then a motherfucking, let's say Bill Gates or whatever, like it's his new favorite thing and it gets crazy, attention and wow, you know what I'm saying? And First Lady, your face is all over everywhere. And I get rich because it's my creation or whatever, or I'm getting, and then you like, well, because of stuff, but I'm like, girl, we ain't say nothing like that. This business. Like, that's corny. Like, and I feel like, all right, I can't take you to court, so in these streets, I'm gonna wear your ass out. And I feel like that's her method, because she can't, like, they did it on the strength, like, I see you see me, sister, and now, but that don't work in court, so I gotta just get on and keep roasting y'all, because y'all fuck my shit up. So that's how I see her position.
She was underpaid, she was undervalued to the tune of $5 million to $10 million.
Well, it didn't help her the time before, and it ain't helping her now. So continue, keep on doing it.
But it did help her. She got a bigger payday.
It did actually help her.
It did help her. She went from under $1 million to like $5 million.
Money was paid for Precious. $50,000 for Precious.
Oh yeah, she only got $50K, so that's it.
Yep.
So basically, they were saying, "Hey, take your $50K and spend that on."
And she had the second most screen time in the movie. Did she have the second most screen time?
I would maybe the most, but I know she's the one who got all the critical acclaim. Like it was all about Monique. She got the Oscars.
Yeah, so look at it like this, right? So she got paid $50,000. The film made $60 million and had all these awards. I mean, that is completely sensible.
What did they pay Mariah Carey? That's what I want to know.
Probably nothing. But Mariah Carey is in a whole different position than Monique. And so I think Mariah Carey probably just did, because her and Lee Daniels are really, really good friends. So she just probably did that as a favor and as to get some type of, her name. It was probably a mutual thing. But Mariah is worth $800 million.
All right, so let me read this. It says Monique is upset with Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey because she claims they falsely labeled her as difficult to work with during the promotion of the film Precious, leading to a decade-long impact on her career and finances. Monique refused to participate in unpaid promotional duties, while Tyler Perry allegedly spread the difficult label, which she believes Oprah and Perry used to blackball her in Hollywood. Monique has been seeking accountability from both for the alleged damage to her career and livelihood. Now, in Precious promotion in 2009, during the promotion of the film Precious, Monique starred in a film executive produced by Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey. Refusal of unpaid work. Monique declined to do unpaid promotional work, including traveling to the Cannes Film Festival, citing prior commitments and lack of contractual obligation for such work. Did you hear what I said? Citing she got prior commitments.
Did you read? But hold on, go back up. And read. She wouldn't agree to what?
Let me see what you're talking about. When she openly used blackball her, Monique has been seeking accountability from both of the alleged damage to her career and livelihood. What you talking about?
Unpaid promotion.
Okay, so that was the name of this section. It says refusal of unpaid work.
Right. So that's what we're talking about. She refused to do it because it was unpaid.
So Monique declined to do unpaid promotional work, including traveling to the Cannes Film Festival, citing, she's telling them, her reasoning that she's saying is because I had prior commitments and a lack of contractual obligation for such work, meaning that our contract does not require me to be there, nor do I, and on top of that, I already have prior commitments. That's
and you're not paying me. What do you have to go listen to her speak on it.
I got you. So not only do I have prior commitments and I don't have a contract with you to do it, I'm not getting paid for it. Right?
Or like...
Right, but then when they were asked about it, Lee Daniels and Oprah and them, they didn't say that. They said Monique is hard to work with. That's how the whole...
I'm just trying to get the...
Right, I'm about to tell you, so according to per Monique, it went more like this. Oh, okay, cool. So how is that getting paid for? Oh, you gotta pay for it. Oh, okay, y'all can't pay for it? No, we can't. Okay, well, I had something to do anyway, so I can't be bothered if y'all not gonna pay for it. That's more of how, according per Monique.
Yeah, so here's the biggest insult on that. So she was supposed to go to France, Canada, London, Dubai, and seven U.S. cities. That would have cost her more than the $50,000 she was paid to do the film.
So that was basically her excuse because they said they're not gonna pay, even whatever. So she said, "Oh, I got other shit to do." And if I remember correctly, she didn't have nothing else to do. That's what she said. You have to go in. She goes into the whole speech about what happened, the conversation she had with both of them, and kind of suggesting, well, y'all can't pay for it. I don't think she ever outright asked, hey, can y'all just come out of y'all pocket? But she kind of suggested, and they was both like, nah, we good.
And it's a kiss of death in Hollywood when a black person is saying another black person's hard to work with to white people. That's a kiss of death.
Yep.
Well, I guess you don't want the truth of the matter, but that's fine.
Not you don't want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
What do you mean?
Because I just got a feeling I know how that conversation went. And I know how Tyler Perry probably came to the conclusion, she's just difficult to work with. And getting in his little mood and saying it, but putting it out there, I honestly, and I could be wrong, but I don't think that he thought about what could possibly happen with him saying that. I feel like he was more frustrated with the fact that she would not be showing up. And that's therefore is why he said what he said.
That might be true of Tyler Perry at the time, but did Oprah say the same thing, Jess? Did Oprah say that as well?
It's supposed to be Oprah.
Oprah knew First Lady. Oprah would know that.
And then there's another piece. Hold on, First Lady. It's another piece with Oprah. So you may know this. So Oprah, I think she went on Oprah's show one time, and then she said Oprah called her, and I don't know when exactly this was, like the timeline. I know it was around this time, but I don't know where exactly it falls. But she called her and said, "Hey, Monique has like a interesting past where like her family and shit, and her brother, I think, molested somebody. Something happened, like some weird shit. So I think Oprah called her and said, "Hey, I want to have your family on the show." And
Monique's brother molested her.
Oh yeah, okay. And so she said, "Yeah, but I don't want my brother there, or whatever." And I think they agreed to it. And somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm just going by
mother.
It was her mother. Somebody she didn't want there, and Monique came, and Oprah brought him out anyway. Yeah. Even after she said, and it was a real like fucked up situation, and she was like, "I don't want to."
So what happened is that Monique's brother molested her, and was estranged in the family. You know what I'm saying? And Oprah brought the brother, the family, and Monique on the show without Monique really knowing. Imagine that. And Monique already had a previous conversation with Oprah saying, "I don't want to," you know what I'm saying? So that's fucked up.
Yeah, so she really, I can see why she don't fuck with Oprah, because, like, girl, I told you I want, you asked me, I guess, if you asked me, can you have them on there, and then you have them on there anyway, but you asked me to come on here, told me, you didn't tell me that whoever that she didn't want to be on there was going to be on there, and then you can see, like, the thing, like, Monique is shocked, whoever the person is comes out, and, she like, she behaved, but you could tell she's shocked.
Gotcha, right?
Did she pull what's that man's name? Murray on him? Did she get up and run off?
No, she said she like her composure. You kind of wouldn't have knew anything. Like, okay, it's one of those things where if you go back and look, then you can kind of see because you know what to look for. But at the moment, because it was already like kind of an emotional thing, you don't really notice it. But the way she says it is that, and Oprah never denied none of this. So she said Oprah called and asked, can I have these people? And she said, I don't really get into this, but you have certain ones. But it was somebody specific, the brother or the mother, and she didn't want them to come on there, and Oprah did it anyway, and it was like a surprise in the middle of the show. So that's our first. I forget his name.
It sounds like Oprah or the producers bitched out and didn't want to tell that person, that family member, well, we gotta uninvite you because of the situation. They bitched out. That's what people do.
Well, now you bring a family. If you bring a if we have a family show, and you ask me who can I bring on there, and I'm gonna come, and then you bring somebody I don't like, I may pay, but when I leave that show, I'm never fucking with you again because you try to set me up.
And that's what I'm saying. That's a fact, and that's what I'm saying. That was bad practice for the producer of the show or the host for not following the directives of the subject guests. It's just like, what are you doing? Overproduction? What are you doing? Sure.
I don't know. I know everybody like Oprah, but Oprah got too many bad
I don't care about no damn Oprah. I'm just trying to get to the business. So that happened before Precious, right?
I don't know.
Oh, you know everything, but you don't know about that.
You can look it up, Shaquita.
All right, Chanel.
Shaquita is crazy.
Chanel.
You can look and see what when it actually happened. But first lady, if somebody did that to you, you would never consider it with them.
That's what I'm trying. That's the reason why I was asking. When did she do the show? Because I wouldn't.
No, I'm pretty sure it happened like this. I think that happened like in between, like all of like everything else. Like, wow, this is something that was going on alongside. You know, while they doing all these negotiations.
It was the
basically. Okay, yeah. I think that like me, I probably would have shut up by now because I don't over it just like this. But I don't really fault her for how she keep going off because I could see if I had a career and you gotta remember she won an Oscar. Like that's not something that a lot of people, especially coming from a comedian, like she did kind of what Robin Williams did, like went from a comedic actor that's not really taken seriously and killed a fucking dramatic role. So her career was supposed to go in a specific way, and it didn't go that way. And we could blame her, but it was largely because of this. So if I was just sitting at home, thinking about it, I'd probably get mad at it too and be like, get the fuck on live. Cuss this motherfucker out.
The partners was not on Warner Brothers. You ain't lying. That's why that shit funny as hell.
That's why Oprah did what she did.
I'm mad as fuck.
She just sitting around like, you know what?
I'm supposed to be at Sandra Pay right now, getting off my doing my, and you bitches done.
But that's not the first time. But this is not. She also was screwed by that sitcom that she was on with that girl too.
That's what
Yeah.
That's what man.
They shit on the Parkers, but that wasn't nationally syndicated for 5 seasons.
If you go back and listen to Club Shay Shay, she was telling him how, like, once it got to so many shows, they were supposed to be syndicated and they were supposed to get X amount of money, and they had to fight. And I think they still didn't even come out the way they were supposed to come out.
And that set a tone for her career, for how people can treat her to get away with this
Undervalued black women.
That she pushes back. Thank God, she's the queen. She's the queen of comedy.
But then they have the spin-off, Moesha, and it's way more, I'm not even going to say way more successful, it's way better received than the Parkers were. And it's literally a spin-off of it literally was birthed from the success of the Parkers, was Moesha.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Came from Moesha. You didn't realize that?
It's a spin-off.
No, I thought. Yeah. Wait a minute. Hold up.
The Parkers was first, though.
No, it wasn't.
Moesha was the Parkers.
No, I mean,
Moesha was way before the Parkers.
Yeah, Moesha's.
Yeah.
The Parkers is a spin-off from Moesha. Sorry.
Yes.
Right. Yeah.
Yes, that's why I was like, wait a minute, huh? Because do you saying that girl's name is Suki? What you saying her name is? Culturally.
What'd you say? What was the question?
The girl, her name is Suki.
Sukiana?
The girl that was in the Parkers. What's her name? She can sing a little bit.
Not Tempest Bledsoe.
Okay.
What's my girl name? That's not her name.
Countess.
Countess Ron.
Yes.
I love me some Countess.
He's silly as something to watch.
She is so funny.
But yeah, she was in Moesha because she was friends.
Mo said yeah.
E to that. I watched that episode today. What's that boy she was dating? That boy, the one with the bald head. Did he die?
He did die.
Wait, no. He didn't die.
The one that kept coming in the house and taking their food, he died.
Oh no, you're talking about.
No, I'm talking about.
I'm pretty sure he got Hakeem.
Oh, Hakeem. That's not who I was talking about. But yeah.
Hakeem. Who you talking about? The dude from Sticky Fingers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sticky Fingers ain't dead?
Yeah, that's who you said. Boy, who? Wait, Hakeem died?
Yeah, Hakeem was sick, wasn't he?
Oh my God! Everybody said that.
Hakeem been gone for a minute.
You know who? You remember when Romeo from
Santana, you talking about Mr.
Santana from
Yeah. From Steve Harvey.
Yeah, when he died.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Took my man away. That was supposed to be. We were supposed to get married.
Wait a minute. Was that the one he got picked up?
No, that was still. I think that he got picked up. What?
Somebody was in a car or something, or picked somebody up.
How did he die? I forgot. I think he got killed, right?
Yeah, he got shot in the car.
Okay, he got shot in the car.
Well, wasn't that around? Didn't Bill Cosby's son get killed in a similar way? Ennis? Yeah, I remember that.
I forgot how he got killed. Man. I mean, look, at the end of the day, you know,
Snickerdoodle was Iran was saying it was a robber.
Oh. Yeah, but about Monique, at the end of the day, I think she had a case of defamation on her hand. Because at the end of the day, you start telling somebody or telling the industry, oh, that person's hard to work with. Fucking with their money. Like, nah, you gotta see a judge, homie. We going to court. Like, I'm not going for this. You're not gonna be telling people I'm hard to work with, knowing damn well that's gonna affect my income.
Well, if it's a true statement, then
okay, cool. If it's a true
it's not
statement,
defamation.
Right, but if it's a true statement, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the lawyers and let's hash this out in front of the court, in front of the legal standard. So if it's true, then we'll find that out. But you know, you go ahead and say it, then I gotta sue you. What the fuck? That's my money. Like, I'm supposed to just shit bricks down. I'm supposed to just do nothing.
Shit. And let me tell you, she's better than me because I would have been like, Tyler Perry, are you a sissy? And I'm about to tell the world how you gay, and you don't want nobody to know.
Hold on, Coach B. You said you supposed to be defending Tyler Perry. You said you was gonna go work for him.
Okay.
You remember? You was like, if Tyler Perry call me right now, I'm going to work.
If he paying right, but nobody going over there. I'm not gonna be over that long.
You said you was gonna be in a yacht.
If he expect me to come work for any type of regular fee, I mean, I'll still go, but I would be taking pictures of his share all day. The first lady, like, look at this shit here. Look at this shit here.
So Netflix only paid her what, $500,000 when everybody else, including the white comedians, they got way more money for this special.
So question: what does Stephen Colbert get? Because he just got signed. What is his shit looking like?
Now that's not a fair comparison.
I don't give a damn. You talking about black woman?
That's not a fair comparison. I'm dealing with black people.
Listen. My job right now, right, is to make sure that the black community, especially our women, get that fucking get those ducats. I'm sick of this shit. I'm pretty real. I'm sick of it. Fuck that. I don't give a fuck that you're Stephen Colbert. Nice, you cool and all that. High five and all that shit like that. But yo, you need to pay the women. Let's stop bullshit.
He's white.
Because now we doing that DEI stuff, and we should be comparing resumes that are similar. That's what I'm trying to say. That's all right. We're gonna be comparing people with similar resumes. If we was gonna compare a black woman to Stephen Colbert, this is a reach, but I would say Wanda Sykes because she had her own little nice show for a little while, and she had like 3 HBO specials.
Wanda Sykes, I don't fuck with you there.
Yeah, nobody knows Curb Your Enthusiasm. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's compare resumes that make sense.
Wanda said she woke up in the middle of the night and her two adopted white kids was at the end of her bed, and she said she started throwing shit at them because she thought they was ghosts. She said, I don't know why I got them two little motherfuckers. She said they all got blonde hair and ghost blue eyes. She said they show up behind you. Said it's a jump scare. She said she be at the dinner table and they'll tap her on the shoulder. She be like, ah, and she be like, oh hey sweetie, how you doing?
Hey, watch. What the hell was I gonna do right now?
Peace and blessings to the room.
Oh, I know what I got.
Peace and blessings to the room. Hello.
Well, thanks for the kindness and compassion for the non-human animals, asking for you to go vegan for justice, for your health, and for peace on earth. So because our actions speak louder than words. So thank you so much for having me.
Very good.
See, this is why I like people that's into the environment and animals. They're always so nice.
Wait, no, I'm trying to get me in trouble right here.
For peace on earth.
I'm making some mozzarella sticks, guys.
It's a vegan mozzarella.
As Dr. King said, justice anywhere, it's everywhere. We have to put that compassion into action.
That's a fact. What's wrong with quoting them?
It's been a wave of people that, they just been quoting him extra recently because of what happened earlier in the week. So now I'm just wary. I'm wary.
Yeah, some people like it.
Be not wary.
Next thing was also vegan.
Be nice.
Be not wary.
It's quoting that Madam Coretta Scott King and Dexter King put that injustice, fight against injustice into action, as Dr. King said. So it's not a new thing. Madam Coretta Scott King and Dexter King were vegan. So thank you so much. So much for
but some people, I don't know about being vegan, but there's some people who just do it because of, situation. I've been quoting King since I was able to understand King. And I actually wrote a fucking essay the day before.
You're a rubbish to hang out.
Well, I'm not. But listen, I actually wrote an essay. I wrote an essay.
Not somebody's eating chicken feet.
Hey.
Yeah. Turkey feet.
Turkey toes.
Yeah, turkey toes. And I put Dr. King.
Lavender said chicken feet.
Right? So, because that's what I do. So, but there's some people like y'all said, they trying to jump on a bandwagon. And it's so odd.
Ew, y'all be eating chicken toes?
That was about chicken toes.
Oh, you got and chicken is how the $100 is going to give you a heart attack.
It is.
Read up
on it.
They're gonna walk right out of your life.
Y'all grow them little pterodactyl arms. I don't want to hear that. I hate shit when you grow up.
You eat the whole chicken, but then you don't want to eat the feet.
Oh, I was gonna say, Mel gonna have a talent on her baby time. She gonna be clamping on this shit.
No, I don't eat it. They just said it's healthy. I heard, but I never tried it.
I don't eat wing, and that's it. Anything below that.
Oh, who eating it? You?
Yeah. Anything below the press.
We know you're the chicken. Padded feet and motherfucker, you have a talent on each tongue, baby. We're more you start perching on chairs and shit at work. They're gonna have a chance to leave. That's all right. We done had enough of this nigga.
You hear me?
What happened?
I said, y'all need to be careful because they use them to make bone broth. So, because they're full of collagen.
Yes, that's why. Thank you.
What you just said, they use that to make.
Yeah, but $20 a time now. Ain't nobody using oxtails to make
They use the chicken feet to make bone broth.
I also know that shit. Baby, when I tell you I ain't never purchased nothing called broth. Good for you, bro. Where they sell that at?
You still in it? You want to raise your hand?
That restaurant, they make a lot of bone broth and they freeze it and they use that.
I got it in the freezer.
Y'all got a bunch of chicken toes in y'all freezer. No, Levin, don't make us none, baby. It's okay. That's all right. Save
No,
some
you
some money.
keep the
And when
Some people eat it, but some people just drink
when the skin on the bottom of y'all feet start getting thick, and y'all start y'all arms start folding back, kind of like. Okay. Chest start poking out.
I don't have no wrinkles. I don't have no wrinkles. My face is not falling. I'm doing good. And I'm eating where I'm supposed to eat.
I'm just playing. I just never had
Which one you want?
Wrinkles out, face ain't falling. The face, when your face hangs.
You got no Big Mac.
I don't eat no pig feet. I don't eat nothing. But you need a facelift.
I'm not eating the foot of nothing. Now I'm like, I eat a pig. I suck a people toe before I eat the
You don't eat pig feet.
Oh, come on, Ray. Hey, Ray. You like the class. Alvarado, I know. What the fuck? People play hooky, like the bell ring.
I didn't see the 80s back in the day. The 80s and the 90s. You see pig feet.
Ray, you late to class.
No more pigs.
Imagine the pigs. You ever seen a pig's foot?
You in there 6 months.
People that eat that too.
That shit is. I mean, is that a slave food? Is that something that black people made out of?
That stuff to California.
Shout out to them. Because I would have said that same knife that you took to cut that, just go ahead and stick me with it, because I'm not eating that shit.
You better cut some watermelon with that knife.
I mean, I definitely would have been one of the, I would have joined I would have got ate up by sharks.
Oh, wait a minute. We need to regroup. I mean, we need to recap this week. Because I want to know about next week.
Wait,
so,
my sentence.
No, continue, finish.
No, go ahead. I'm distraught now.
Okay, I guess you're gonna tell me first lady eat shit. Like you did. He told water to reprieve. He said water, eat shit. So I saw on Friday, y'all went from not liking a person to then liking the person to then hating the person within a matter of 3 hours. They all did it. Every last one. Kiana. Let me see. Water was here. Ray. Y'all know what I'm talking about? No, I'm still waiting for the last message of you telling me Kiana was going crazy in the room. I put it in the back channel. Oh, okay. That means I didn't hear it. Ray, who I'm talking about?
It's me. Myself.
No. Jay Maddox. So, is he in a group or is he excommunicated? I need to know. Y'all remember Jay Maddox? No. Let me ping him in. Let me see if y'all can remember.
I want to get some chicken foot bone broth, so back channel me. Whoever know where to get it from.
You talking about? I know there's a place in the Bronx that has that. I don't know about Atlanta.
You talking about Black Wall Street? Is that what we're talking about? Jay Maddox? Black Wall Street.
Yes. Yes. Y'all remember him? Y'all remember Jay Moore?
I see him down to fucking
I wasn't in here for that because I would have been like.
That's the dude that he's from Oklahoma and he kept asking about Lincoln.
Right, that's little nigga.
Y'all went from not liking him to liking him to not to hating the boy.
I will say,
Well, he didn't vote for Trump, he said, but he also was dumb.
this week has brought Omari to my very top of the worst MAGA list.
Wait a minute.
Conversation on the show.
No, fuck that bitch.
One second. Wait a minute, Haitian. Wait a minute. Let me get clear. When I left yesterday, y'all, it was so harmonic. What happened?
That bitch funny. Yo, just that nigga like
That's the one that's the singing nigga, right?
No, Omari.
That shit was crazy last night.
See, this is what I'm saying. Y'all can't have certain conversations without me, man. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was like that. I wish I still had the pictures.
Why'd you
I didn't do it. He did it.
The room on record?
Yeah, she was 420.
Look at Mel.
But you guys gonna be getting the time right. I might go into fucking a whole hours of.
Nah, I wish I would have had the picture because it would have really been funny had I had the picture. I know y'all ain't gonna see the picture, but I lost it.
I'm just letting y'all know we got a new person coming on stage. His name is Gary.
Okay. Hey, Gary. Why you like? What did Gary do?
That's why. Hey Gary, how are you, Gary? Happy Sunday, Gary.
I like those glasses. I don't be seeing male presenting people rocking them cat eye frames, but it actually slaps on Gary.
What's Gary?
Some readers. Gary cool. He was I think this might be some other white man, but the other white man that looked like Gary was cool.
Mr. Gary. Mr. Gary, you asked to be on stage. Mr. Gary, you asked to be on stage. I don't hear from you, Mr. Gary. What's going on? Okay, Mr. Gary.
You just recorded.
You got 10 seconds. Mr.
Gary back in that bomb.
Mr. Gary. Ooh, touch for the very first time. Like a virgin. Has that been 10 seconds?
Yeah. No. What happened to you?
Somebody kicked him.
He ran away.
Before he could get blocked.
Oh no, he down there in the group. He about to get out. See you later, Mr. Gary. Have a good day. Come back when you can talk. I told you, I just kicked him out. He couldn't leave. He was in the audience. Hey, Notorious.
So can I finish telling you about Omari?
Yeah, please go ahead.
So do you remember the picture that Omari took? And it was given like bad bitch.
Which one?
Like bad bitch central credentials.
Real thick and shit.
Yeah. And I wish I still had it. And
You also not be looking at that man's hips like that.
He had him pushed out. He had him on presentation. Wasn't nobody like, what the fuck? Oh, my bad.
Fresh cut, little features.
Straight man. I looked at his profile picture one time. I'm like, why this nigga got his shit tooted up like that? Wait.
So I think I came back. Wait a minute, did Just leave? I think I came in on that conversation. I heard Brooklyn asking him about some tight pants or something. And he was like, so are you saying, he said, so should I wear bags? I was like, back in the 90s. That's the part of the conversation I heard.
Well, I came in one day. This was a couple of weeks ago, and we wasn't really in an argument. So I thought I had took a screenshot of it because that's what I do. But I just must take a mental note of it. But he kept the picture up, and it was like him. It was like a picture that a bad bitch take. Like I zoom into the picture, you turn around to the camera, like with your ass, you kind of turn around and like look at it and take the picture. That's how he had it.
You need Jesus.
You need Jesus. He took it. And I was like, oh, power to the people, straight man are out here living their best. So, I didn't say nothing, to him. But then he wanted to try to roast last night. So I really wish I had a picture so y'all could see it. Cause just like take a thermal shirt like you might have, and if you take it and pull it over your ass to make your ass like accentuate or whatever, that's how he had it. And it was good. How cute might delete it.
Don't forget the baggy lens mirrors, like the full lens gym mirrors that was in the back too.
Yeah, that's how you
extra views.
I mean, but when you get to working out, you do want to look at your body, like you want to see the progress.
Okay, but I'm not posting it on here, like look at my legs, like period.
No, as a man, the only thing we show off is our porch, so we don't have to show off our legs and our lower half.
And if you want to take a picture, but that's for your personal use. Why would you come up here and caked up on a Saturday and present it to us, especially me? Not me, bro. So
you need to have some childbearing hips. I ain't gonna lie.
I don't have the picture, so it'll probably die. But if I had that picture, I deleted it because once you mentioned it, I saw what you were talking about. Bitch, you saw it when you pulled up to that picture. That's why you took it. He was like, I'm caked up today. That's exactly what he said before he took the picture. Like, bitch.
Play that song Mr. Loud when he comes in for him, girl.
Yeah.
Do the remix.
I'm ass for that. You know them days when your ass look good in some pants, first lady. You be like, up here, let me.
And if you
I wish I had glutes like him, though. I do. I wish I could see his glutes.
Oh, Mama J, he good first lady, good.
He got a nice little round tushy.
Yeah, I wasn't checking it out.
You know the picture I'm talking about.
She know exactly what he's talking about.
I'm period.
Before you said something about him when you said call him Big Booty, before you called him Big Booty, this PTR, before you had called him Big Booty, I went through this PTR, I was like, why would a nigga take a picture like that?
I always call him Big Booty Maca.
Very late night and No,
You're not going to be friends no more?
Nobody was hoping his friend.
I don't know. First time I ever interviewed me.
Quit setting up play date.
I know, Water. So you're not gonna be cordial no more?
Probably not. That's very hard for me. Maybe like when
All right, I'll ask you in like a week or two.
I was talking to him in Deborah's room because I like watching Deborah's drag his ass. Because he flip flops like a politician, and Deborah pays close attention when he's here. I don't, but I like it when Deborah backs him up.
I really hate that. I felt like y'all were making headway yesterday.
No, you would have been mad at him too because he kept trying to say that we were celebrating that man death. That's what really was pissing me off.
Exactly.
Because I was like, why you keep saying that? And he was like, yes, because some people weren't. Yes, I'm saying. And he just kept repeating it. It was like, bitch, that didn't happen. And now I feel like you're trying to imply something, bitch.
But he's always just repeating MAGA talking points like some people are not going to say things.
I told them that I was the only one that was celebratory about it. Put it on me. Not everybody else. They didn't want to do that.
Put the blame on me.
Yeah, the people that said they was like that, they admitted it. I mean, so talk to them. Don't keep talking to me.
But that's the reason why yesterday I kept trying to say, let's not talk about what's happening out there in the world. Let's talk about here. So then you could be specific, you know? But I don't know. It is what it is.
But that's what mainly pissed me off because it's like you trying to implicate. Or like you keep saying it over and over again, it's like, are you trying to implicate? Like, is it a set problem? Because I don't like how you keep doing it.
If they keep saying it over and over again, it makes it true for them. So just like they keep saying that the shooter was a leftist, they're still saying it. So that's just what they do. But I was going to tell you, our NAACP here canceled a political talk that was going to be held at my church this week because of what happened. Yep.
See,
some politicians are not.
Damn.
They're not
This is not good. This is not good. We cannot be dropping everything for this shit. This isn't good. This is not good. We don't drop it off for Gaza. What are we doing?
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
Why this is America? This happened in America.
Yeah.
And these maggots are in America. So they can walk up. I mean, my church has security just like Ashton, but they're not going to just set people up to no.
Sandra, I'm putting up a GoFundMe for Waters' ticket to Gaza, so he could go over there and tell them all. We gonna make sure you get out there, and it's a one-way ticket. A one-way.
Listen.
On a boat. Return trip, bro. Don't worry.
I just want to say one thing.
I got some news. Hold on. Did y'all hear that there's a bill being proposed for your passport to be revoked if you speak out against Israel now? Yeah, that's what they're talking about.
Driver's license.
Bro, that's you every day.
Well, y'all better shut your mouth.
Bill proposed just for opening up your mouth soon.
See, you can't even
shut it.
Buy me a ticket, Jess. You can't even get me a ticket.
We'll just put you on a slow boat.
I'ma buy you a drink.
Hey, what are the rules that cards and then start there?
All right, I just want to say this real quick. Still, as of right now, today, Utah Governor Spencer Cox said that the suspect in the killing of Charlie Kirk is not cooperating with authorities as the investigation into the motive of the shooting continues. He's still not telling them. He's still not saying
shock. He's not copying.
They're telling him to say he's guilty, and he's like, I'm not. You already know you got the shooter.
He's waiting for the White House to call and say, hey, we'll give you leniency. Just tell everybody you're a leftist.
What did you guys think about the side-by-side photo of the one that they were posting prior to supposedly catching him and his mugshot? That the nose are different, two different noses.
You talking about the dude with the red shirt?
Right. No, the guy with the the veteran shirt that had the hat on with the glasses versus the person on the mugshot. They're comparing the noses, and they're two different noses.
I agree. I wouldn't be surprised, no. How much you gotta hate your son to turn him in? I mean, this shit stinks to high heaven.
You gotta be careful. Let me tell you this though. Go ahead. Anything my job say, anything to me about anything I said on here, the lawsuit that I will motherfucking enact. So we can go, but baby, I ain't did none of that.
I'm gonna put the link in the chat so you guys can look at it.
That's what's all gonna happen with these people, them trying to get these people fired.
I just put it out.
They're gonna be in court forever.
Well, I'm going on record. I ain't said nothing.
I ain't either, but if they
have said,
maybe we will be in court.
What I have said is simply, I don't think nobody should be losing their lives for speaking their own truth, period. I stand on that, and I will continue to repeat that and tout that. I don't want to see no one hurt, violence, or unalived.
And I don't hear nobody verbally abuse college students because they're getting a bag from someone.
Did you look at the link, Water, and everybody else, please? Look at it.
Hey, can I throw something else out there? I'm at CVS picking up my blood pressure medication. I just want to say this. These people getting out of hand with these fucking BBLs. These chicks shitting BBLs and this shit don't match no other part of their body.
Okay, so on which comparison, comparison and ImageNet is like a face detection software, and it said that the upper
of them are doctor or they got enhancements, and those enhancements are based on like what the system thinks it would look like, but it's coming from a.
Unless, but what about the nose?
Yeah, for me, it matched to me.
No, they don't match to me.
Yes.
The one nose is skinnier than the other nose.
Did it? Yeah. No, you gotta trust these.
You ain't gonna tell me that one nose is skinnier than the other one? Come on, people, stop.
No, you totally.
I didn't see that. Maybe it's because, are you looking at the angle woman?
Wait a minute. Let's get away from the subject for a minute, please, y'all.
I tried to talk about the BBLs.
Yeah, well, that wasn't a good. That wasn't a good subject. Not at all.
My bad.
No.
I'm still working, Doc. I'm still trying to learn how to. I'm still learning how to work y'all rooms and y'all spaces.
Yeah, I don't. What do you want us to say about that? We don't have any visual. We don't understand. Anyway, so what's this thing about Biden's immigration plan? A federal judge is considering a challenge to a new Biden administration plan that would shield undocumented spouses of U.S. citizens from deportation. Huh? Biden is not in office. What are they talking about?
Well, before we say this, I just want to say it's really up to these citizen journalists with all this plastic surgery, because they're like, oh hell no, like that's not his nose, like that's not his ear, like
what?
You know what I'm talking about? With plastic, that woman had a lot of plastic surgery in that video, and she's like, let me tell you, my personal opinion, it's like that's not the same person. That's a completely different nose. Because they look so closely at that shit.
I should throw your ass into the goo. I just said I was gonna talk about it, and your ass gonna come right back and say something else about it. It ain't your bad. You just rude. You just fucking rude. I don't care if you gotta get it off your chest.
I feel bad.
First lady, can I ask you a question for real?
Tread lightly. Tread lightly.
No,
Go ahead.
I really wonder this, Pastor Dave. Are you like from the Baltimore area?
No.
Oh, okay.
Oh, please don't ask that lady that.
Next topic.
Why the fuck would you ask me where the fuck I'm from? Fucking public radio, huh? Fuck wrong with you?
She said the area. I'm sorry. I apologize.
You're gonna be at me, and then when I say it again, I'm gonna. What you could be?
What are you eating on? That was very Canadian. What are you doing?
Some fried chicken.
Ew.
You don't want chicken feet, but you want fried chicken. Okay.
You just ate a beef toe, and it's.
I ain't eating no damn toe of nobody's beef. No.
Restaurant.
All right, so Intel's new investigation, the U.S. government now owns a 10% stake in Intel, making it the company's largest shareholder. What? You don't talk about?
News. That's his last week. Everybody was sleeping. Whole lot of shit.
That was last week.
Yeah, just like South Korea pulling all that money out.
Yep.
Dang, they came and got their people.
And their money. Said fuck y'all.
And their money. Yeah.
They're not the only country that pulled out investments. Qatar pulled out 1.5 trillion because America backed Israel for bombing Palestinian negotiators in Qatar. So they said, fuck that. 1.5 is we pulling that shit back.
Who's the bitch now?
They probably asking for the plane back too. Fuck that. Get the plane back.
So it seems that the Boston Celtics won their 18th NBA championship with dominant 106-88 victory over the Dallas Mavericks.
That was just real news tonight. Watching news in China. What's going on?
Yeah, what?
It's football season.
What game you watching? Because they won 2 years ago. I'm confused.
What about Crawford? We gonna talk about that? Or?
Indiana won this year.
She picked up my old iPhone 8 and just started reading.
Next breaking news, you're gonna have this Indianapolis Colts selected Peyton Manning with the first pick in the NFL draft.
Look, right now the Giants, Cowboys all that matters. That's all that matters. We're not fighting. All right, NATO has
The
announced
Giants and the Celtics evidently have a scrimmage game coming up.
NATO has announced plans to enhance its defensive posture on its eastern flank, bordering Russia, Belarus, and Ukraine.
Can you do that accent again, please?
I don't know which one.
No, seriously, no.
This is why I like C, man. See, and I can laugh for hours.
Y'all want to hear more damage for the economy?
I guess.
Yeah.
Dude, so China has purchased $0 of soybeans this year. That's about 54% of all the soybean exports. So obviously farmers are tripping. Also, the 25% tariffs on auto parts and 50% tariffs on steel wiped out $800 million in profits from Ford's profit. Right. So that's all the damage from all this shit.
Sometimes it's just not about. Dude, Sweden does is all out of soybeans, so we need soybeans.
Out of bread.
One thing you learn in the military is that money doesn't.
We went to Sioux in
Thousands of people
LA,
working tirelessly
but it
day.
was West Side.
Oh, yeah, they only got them in yesterday. They were out all week in the valley.
How the fuck are they out of them if nobody's buying?
There might be a place that has a valley.
What was that, Jess?
Mississippi got the P Valley.
No. Pussy valley, I'm good on that. You are.
Down in the valley where the girls get naked.
They don't do that anymore. You Mississippi is huge.
Not Vagina Valley.
That could be a good
Tell
one.
us about it, Jess.
Well, no, that's a retreat.
I don't go here often. I actually speed up past that exit.
I heard the seafood's great in Vagina Valley.
The seafood, it shouldn't be so seafood. I thought that was a landlocked area. There should only be inland flooding in that specific part
In
of
other news today, Obama was just elected as the 44th president of the United States of America. That came from Lavender. Ken.
Yeah, she read from my
Wait a minute, Michelle said she had to go to 3 different grocery stores for pita bread today, and then tried to buy yesterday 2 of them at Costco's was $85. $85. That was then I went to Albertsons. It's $6.99 a pound, $6.99 a pound, but almost 2 pounds of fat on them. Forget it. Oh my God, this is not good.
Girl, what? You went from France to the Ivory Coast to Taco Cabana.
Chinese Treasury holdings are the lowest since 2009. That is Clubhouse. That's Clubhouse news thing.
Where year is that news from?
It's Clubhouse news. What's going on?
$42 for a tri-tip. Does that sound?
Somebody baking a cake?
No, I'm putting my ricotta away.
Ricotta cheese.
Oh, that sounds nice.
That should have seen.
ahead, Chief.
Breaking news: service employee was fired for making negative comments about Charlie Kirk. I'll put the link in the chat.
Who was fired?
Secret Service employee.
Oh, shit, really?
Y'all better shut
And then
up.
another excited Cash Patel. What the fuck?
That Secret Service is saying the truth, that this shit was staged.
Yeah, I agree, Mel.
Is that what he said? Wait a minute, y'all. Stop it.
I'm just like,
She crazy. Wait a minute, I left. I'm not clicking on that link. What is it saying? As a matter of fact, you know what? Forget it. I don't know.
Okay, it says Secret Service employee who celebrated Charlie Kirk's assassination put on immediate leave.
Why was he celebrating?
God.
Why would he do that? How was he celebrating? Why? What's happening?
maybe some of the people are happy.
Yeah, we gotta ask
I have here an Egyptian scarab ring.
Social media.
Everybody had one. Scarabs are oh my gosh. And glaze, you know,
Oh my God. What is this?
This beetle is a dung beetle. These dung beetles would be a new beetle.
No, I'm just trying to figure out. Oh, do you want to play it? Okay.
Looked at them, they said, well, what's the magic of it's got eternal life? So
That's
right there is a sun. Says in the 18th dynasty.
Okay, welcome to Political Correct Cinema.
It looks 3,000 years old.
Okay, so
like that. $150 to $500.
I would give you right around.
And that's when the way that CD Collins working her story, her sources on the ground there on this story as well. She's also on campus there, or Utah, and see anybody have her also on there.
Years old, dating back to the Ottoman Empire.
Hey, Bill, good morning. So, as we just heard from colleague David Spun, the suspect has now been identified as Tyler Robinson. We are hoping to learn more about who this person is at this news conference. But we heard this morning President Trump seem to suggest that a person close to Tyler turned him in. What I'm hearing from one federal source, I just got a note from it, is that, am I playing the right thing?
Big kick was crazy. Bro totally fell for it.
And that's his John.
I laughed. They talking a lot of shit that went over.
Video that's attached to the article, but I haven't been able to get a video.
Ain't that some shit?
The video's at the top of the article. If it doesn't work out, then
I got something to play.
All right, play it.
Politically Correct Cinema.
Billions of dollars to mental health and the homeless population. A lot of them don't want to take the programs. A lot of them don't want to get the help that is necessary. You can't give them a choice. Either you take the resources that we're going to give you, or you decide that you got to be locked up in jail. That's the way it has to be. Or involuntary lethal injection or something. Just kill them. It actually happened when we were together on Wednesday, Lawrence. In the morning, we were discussing the murder of Farina. So we're going to show in North Carolina. They had to stop these kinds of attacks by homeless, mentally ill assailants, including institutionalizing or jailing such people so they cannot attack again. Now, during that discussion, I wrongly said they should get lethal injections. I apologize for that callous remark. I'm obviously aware that I don't mentally ill homeless people act as the perpetrator did in North Carolina. And so many homeless people deserve our empathy and compassion. Lawrence, back to you.
It's worth a lot more. It could be.
My bad. Back to you.
Take care.
I got 11 grand out of this. I'll go.
You're 18, I'll take it.
I said that homeless people should be lethal injected. So my bad about that. His job is not in any type of danger.
This discovery is a reminder that even clean-looking sand may hold unexpected
Now, he's
surprises.
suggesting people be murdered.
Look,
Did you know
That
the greatest rock songs ever was recorded in just
He should be in jail for that. Like, he shouldn't be fired. He should be fucking in prison for that. That was a call for genocide.
The dominant narrative in America is white people
Anybody
are
that you
evil,
see on the
white
street
people
go,
suck.
like,
We
what
should be
the
ashamed.
fuck on a public news outlet? No, that's egregious.
Y'all quiet?
What happened? No, your phone broke.
It doesn't have anything to do with it.
My phone broke? Yeah, you just can't hear us talking. Oh. Have y'all ever had one of your comments go viral on the ground?
No, just he has his comments going viral all the time, and they always block him.
That's why I got my Instagram taken.
That's why he got to burn her Instagram.
That's crazy.
So I get you now.
That's a, I don't know, Josh.
If you bold enough to talk shit to me in the comments and I go to your page and your whole family looking for it, then that's the decision you made that day. You know how your family looked before you came at me.
Oh,
you should have left me alone.
But you probably said something first, because they wouldn't even know you if you wouldn't have said something.
No, they always say something derogatory, like, so I'll be like, it goes pretty much like it goes in here. I don't know what's starting out with these people. They always like, shut up, fag. And then I have to go and look at them, and I'm like, you shouldn't be insulting anyone. And you look like Herman Munster. Wife be ugly.
Oh.
Broke. Go to the page.
Come on back. Come on back. Come on back. Come on back.
Okay. Third. He knows it was celebrity.
Yeah, don't see a roaster.
Died, my best friend.
Now I'm gonna tell it all. You hear me? I'm gonna tell it all.
Yeah, but he told me. He told all of us. So y'all just don't remember things. I always remember things.
I remember things all the time. I remember him saying this. But I didn't know
I was back in the day, I be chilling. I don't really be doing that no more. Like usually now when I be seeing comments, I just shake my head.
Was not a saint.
Like just hilarious, our whole thing with T.S. Medicine. I really want to say something.
Some gun deaths.
I kept quiet. Do y'all like Just Hilarious?
No.
Has any business?
What did she do?
The Wall Street Journal that it is called.
She's a comedian.
Well, I know she's on Netflix now, but I know her from just.
When she so you remember when Snoop Dogg said he was watching, I guess some cartoon with his granddaughter. It was a lesbian couple, and he said he didn't know what to say to the granddaughter. And so T.S. Madison was like, well, Snoop, you like he I don't know what he I think he said he didn't know what that was. So T.S. was like, well, you have lesbian couples in your videos, so you clearly know what it is or whatever. So then, Just Hilarious was like, why are you even getting involved? Like, you're not even a lesbian. Like, that's not even your thing. And they already don't like each other. So T.S. Madison said, why do you always be coming at me? Is it because everybody be calling you a man? And so you want to take shit out on me? And she was like, don't nobody be calling me a man. Man, T.S. Madison went to that girl comments and just she recorded it, scrolling down. It was just so many people like, that's a nigga. That nigga sure be having fun. Man, that's like, y'all can't tell me that's a man. That's what everybody was saying. It was so sad, because I don't think she looked like a man at all, but apparently a lot of people do.
And anything new on the investigation? You say
I don't really know her to like her or dislike her. I know she was doing she was doing some private comedy stuff before she got on. And then she was on Wild and then she got the Parents Club situation.
So the real question should be, is it a better trade-off? Well, what's the big trade-off to go from Angela to Just Hilarious?
Well, it wasn't a trade-off. Angela wanted to leave. Remember, they didn't just vote Angela. Angela wanted to leave.
I know that, but I'm just saying, is it like to go from, that person to that person? I think it was.
They're two different people.
They wouldn't let Angela talk most of
Well, Angela wouldn't talk.
She'll say something and Charlamagne and them will cut off. You could tell for years they didn't get along. But then they let Jess and Lauren talk.
Yeah.
I don't know how old Lauren is. I know she's over 21. But just talk about how much of a baddie Lauren is.
I would definitely say, with Jess on the side. The one that was doing Diddy's trial.
I want to start by addressing
what I was gonna say. Yeah, so Angela Yee and Jess Hilarious, they're just two different people. They like night and day. So
yeah, Jess got more of a dominant personality than Angela.
I really love Angela Yee that much.
yeah, she didn't bring anything to the show. So when she left, it wasn't like a loss. Yeah, she's not an Angie Martinez. I'm just saying.
Angela Yee's best highlight of her entire time on the Breakfast Club was when Birdman was there.
I knew he was going to say that.
What are more questions?
But you know something about Angela Yee? I think she's like a lot more intelligent especially than those two. And so I think the show was just a little beneath her. I'm gonna keep it real. It was just beneath her. She's intelligent. I think let's not get that straight.
No, I agree. She's intelligent, but she doesn't really have a voice.
It's like having an intellectual.
You understand? Like, I'm gonna speak for myself. I'm gonna have a voice on this show. I'm a part of this group. She never had that energy, so that's why they were able to just shut her up real quick, because she would be submissive and shut up. Unlike the two women now, they are very vocal. And they're gonna do what they do, and they don't care. They have their opinion, and they'll deal with the backlash later on.
It's like having an intellectual on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It's like, yeah, they might be smart as fuck, but they don't fit. Angela didn't fit on that show. I feel like so. Like now, when I catch the show, I'm like, oh, this is what it is. I miss Angela.
Sometimes I do wish Charlamagne was I mean, not to say that you don't have points. Sometimes you just go too far. Sometimes just points get lost. But it's his show, but he just talks too fucking much. Like, you never hear from Enough. Not that. I meant to say Envy, but yeah, it's not that.
Because that's not his gift either. His gift is not speaking. He's a DJ. Y'all guys work the mic if need to be, right? So Charlamagne is the voice there, and that's why he overpowers everyone.
Yeah, but enough is
Envy.
Sorry.
Envy is always like skin New York DJs.
Capri's the man. Listen, it's not that Envy, right? It's not old enough. It's not experienced enough to speak. Like, he definitely has the same experience as fucking Charlamagne. He got kids, he's married. Come on, bro. You sound like
Envy is good at speaking up on shit that's in his little house when it comes to this shit.
You sound like gangster shit. Like, oh, I got this big, I got the Draco, all that other bullshit. He said, man, you don't be saying shit, bro. I'm just keeping it real.
So what I'm saying is that Charlamagne, prior to Breakfast Club, this was what he was doing. Versus Envy, prior to the Breakfast Club, he was a DJ. So he really never had to speak. Unlike when you're at the Breakfast Club. So that's why he lays back. If you see him, he's very laid back. He's just like, whatever. And Charlamagne does more of the talking. He'll throw a question here and there at the artist, but he barely speaks.
Biggest beef came with them is when they have conservative people on there and they just really let them get all their shit out. I'm like, why don't y'all challenge them like that? But when a liberal person comes on there, they get challenged.
With over 200 degrees.
Correct. I agree.
Waiting for their
like they let Candace Owens just come on there and spew poison, hate-filled rhetoric. Not hate-filled rhetoric, but like, you know how
and even when Trump's Trump's daughter-in-law that was there? Yeah, they also let her just go off.
I just be like, man, y'all need to. I need the Charlamagne that was on the Wendy Williams show show. I need you to come back and challenge her like y'all was
It's
challenging.
their core issues. They don't have nobody. The one thing about conservative people is if you challenge them hard, like they challenge people, they won't deal with you. So like the people that would like really like fuck Candace Owens up, she won't go on that show. But Charlamagne, I feel like Charlamagne could do that. She just has this whole, and this is the whole thing about a lot of Democrats. To be cordial and seem pleasant. I just don't give a fuck about seeming pleasant or nobody liking me at the end of the day. Bitch, can you answer the question or not?
They cool with Angela Rao, right? I was like, this would have been great. Hey, as a surprise, here's Angela Rao.
Yeah, get somebody on there. But Charlamagne could do it, but he just wrong. He got like, I don't understand cordiality. That's so stupid to me. That's what happens when you.
Cause he done got fired so many times. He knows how it feels not to have a job.
I feel like he like 20 years he got the position now where he is the show. So Preston. I love Preston and Republican.
That's why Ray wants.
They never had answers.
Ray's like, we want the old Charlamagne back, but that Charlamagne ain't gonna work in 2025. There's gonna be a bunch of lawsuits and people complaining. They're already complaining about what he's doing now.
Well, you remember the rapper, the real big girl was like, yeah, combination, I'm suing Uber. I'm sitting there like, boy, in the year 2000, show like got on your ass.
Everyone can take it home. No tools are allowed.
Literally, like, I just been sitting up there like, I feel like I'm a man without a country because a lot of times I just be like, what is the world coming to?
Their fingers and rub them on the ice. Many try but fail and give up.
Charlamagne is just, I don't know. And then I really didn't like when he went on that dude disrespected them black women. What's his name? The comedian, Andrew Schultz.
Yeah.
And then instead of him holding them
Anonymous people.
You should bring in
First lady, excuse me.
We don't know which way to go.
11 times you take the
You were talking about brilliant idiots, Schultz and Charlie.
Yeah, when he said that shit about black women, if you get into it with a black woman or a Puerto Rican woman, then they gonna punch you in your face and all this other stuff. And then a whole bunch of black people was like, you shouldn't be disrespecting black women like that. And then Charlamagne bitch ass went on there and was like, when did we start holding comedians accountable? Like, I just never, he never can stand on shit. He's such a pussy to me.
We just anonymous people. They don't know which way to go.
She'll be like, man, you disrespectful.
It's the new show.
Depending on the situation, yeah, we're gonna punch somebody in the face and cut somebody in. What's the fucking problem? That shit is annoying. I'm serious. Like, everybody got a fucking temper, and you don't know what you're gonna do when you're upset.
So here's the crazy thing. The crazy thing is I've seen enough videos, right, of Karens. You know, no disrespect to anybody in Karen. I've seen enough videos of Karens going crazy. I've seen enough videos of white men losing their shit, ready to swing, ready down. I mean, they get knocked out eventually, but ready to throw down on anybody and whoever, right? And nobody ever mentions that shit. No one ever mentions that shit, except for Dr. Richie. You know, he does that on his show. But nobody actually, for the most part, mentions that shit. And so him bringing up black women, like, why are you even bringing that up? Why are you making that statement?
Trolling.
Like, what the fuck are you doing, Schultz?
Yeah,
because they know when they talk about certain groups, that's gonna get clicks and get people upset, right? They have no joke. But I
Talk about racist white men. Talk about racist white men who go crazy. Talk about.
And then there's an Indian dude that went on there, and this was the nail in the coffin. If y'all never heard it, I'm gonna find it so I can play it for y'all. But he was just, I don't know if he was talking about Charlemagne or who he was talking to, but he was like, the way y'all let people disrespect black women, he was like, we would never do this in the Indian community. He was like, if he was like the shit that y'all say, he was like, y'all would have to eat those words. He was like, he was like, I just don't get it. It made us really, really, really look bad. Let me see if I can find it.
And that's a motherfucking fact. I done had these discussions with people that say don't air our community's business out in public spaces. Don't booty clap for that shit. Don't share them posts. But we have a lack of self-pride. Before I went to the bar last night, I was having to talk to this girl on social medias.
Wait, don't go off the topic.
I was trying to like.
That was before you got to the strip club?
No, I don't go to strip club. That was disgusting to me. I did go to a gay bar a couple of times, but the girl was like posted a trailer. Is this racist? And I was like, that wasn't necessarily racist. Like, how about this? I was like, I don't see why we don't have no pride in ourselves. Like, why? That's my whole point. We don't have a lot of pride in our community. We just like to air each other out all the time. So we don't do that no more.
I don't know about the airing out thing. I'm just saying that the disrespect is apparent, and then like that shit needs to be stopped. Here's the thing. We don't need to bring up somebody airing out because that's the whataboutism shit. That's like negating the fact that we're talking about a white man talking about black women in a particular way. It has nothing to do with black men right now, okay? Except for Charlemagne. We're talking about white men, right? White men disrespecting black women. That's what we're talking about right here. So that means somebody else having.
Do you want to receive?
This tag on their shoulder, right? And then you're gonna ignore the fact that if you look at many, many videos that's everywhere, you see white men do the same thing. Do the same thing that they're accusing black women of doing. Meanwhile, when black women might be doing that, they are justified because somebody did some bullshit. It just be white men coming up to random people and going crazy, like as if somebody hurt them. I seen videos of this shit like just yesterday. This morning. Because that's every day. You see people protesting about one thing and some random guy talking about, walk up to them, oh, this and that. Wait up, we're not even talking about that. What the fuck are you talking about? We just making up shit right now, homie. Take your privileged ass home. This is not what we're protesting. You're just jumping into business because you just want to be a fucking whatever a male carry.
It's rough, sir.
This is every day I see videos like this. It's not like once. Every day. Every day.
It's gonna get worse because now after this Charlie Kirk business, their fragility has gone brittle. They're brittle now.
Her fragility.
Mess.
Well, that was the last one I saw this morning. It was they were protesting. I forgot what they were protesting. And then some guy just walks up to them about Charlie Kirk. He's like, wait, what? We're not even talking about Kirk. What the fuck is going on?
Royal said death threats sent to HBCUs the next day. You guys were the only people I heard talking about what was going to happen to the black community after this, right? You understood exactly what was going to happen, and it did the next day.
Mm-hmm. People out here was organizing fucking look out for the HBCU in the city. And they had a perimeter set up. I was like, okay.
So So is the Donald gonna send the National Guard to protect the HBCU? That's the question.
Them motherfucking National Guards.
I don't know. They don't have any money for that.
Look, if them National Guard fellas go up to a HBCU, I'ma say 40% of them not ever leave it. When they see the shit, they will see.
But what my question is, would the Donald send
He had it
them
coming.
to protect schools that are historically black,
Hell no.
and because they are facing threats after some guy from the right, a white guy from the right, killed one of their own, right? The white on white crime. Are they gonna protect the black people being accused of the white on white?
He should have come out as soon as those threats are made, and if you use it to they cancel, he should have come out and said, "This is wrong. You can't do this to people. You have to stop now." But he's unable to be an adult or think critically or try to pull the country together because he doesn't want that.
I found a clip that I wanted to play.
Don't take your guns. Generally date them, but I have what I find corny is my preference is not my women. Now I thought it was I'm not dating my women. Period. That's just the corniest human being outside the criminal league. Those are your roots. Those women are all that you roots. So I'm just saying.
What the fuck is that?
There was a commercial in the middle of your video.
And hey, what I find corny is my preference is not my women. Now I thought it was I'm not dating my women, period, which is the corniest human being outside of a criminal to me, period. Those are your roots. Those women are reflected in your roots. So if you're saying, hey, I don't generally date them, but I have more space for it, even though I still think it's a little corny. Akash only dates brown. Akash has been with one girl in his life who's his wife. That's my wife. That's an Indian. This is like loyal through and through. And I understand it's not as important for y'all, but as an Indian, there's not a lot of us who are famous. So whether you like it or not, people are looking at you as a role model. You guys have established yourselves as role models. From Sims to Pimps, which is another motto I find kind of corny, but I looked into what you guys are about. And a lot of this shit is just childish, which is fine if you want to be funny. We just talk about how doctors ain't shit for 45 minutes. We are not in any way life coaching. We're not in any way trying to help men outside of, hey, come have a laugh for a couple hours. If you're going to paint yourself as life coaches and then say shit like, my preference is, which is honestly bullshit. It is, I don't want to date black girls. That's the way every black dude that fucks white girls says, I've dated black girls in my life. Alright, bro. Who the fuck hasn't except me? You know what I mean? Everybody gonna dabble in everything. It is the mentality that I have an issue with, and Alex is upset with the specific words, true, but underneath it, he's upset with the mentality. And a lot of stuff you guys say in general, I think is stuff that's kind of childish. I saw a clip where you were like, oh, the nuclear family's falling apart. What do? I don't get married. Just don't get married. You're actually trying to help men, and you're talking to fucking incels who are 18 years old. That's some shit you said at college. I'm gonna turn you from a simp to a pimp. Alright, bro. Can we grow up? You guys are self-help.
The show is being live streamed on YouTube, and everyone has been doxxed, and employers are being notified Monday with your best fixes and motorcycle. Have a good day, Monday, day, and terminate.
Let's just be mature about what we feel. And part of that maturity is, yeah, it was a bad joke. I don't actually feel exactly that way. What I find corny.
Imagine an Indian having to tell you to like your own people.
The stream is being live streamed on YouTube, and everyone has been doxxed, and employers are being notified Monday with your best clips of hate and murder celebration. Have a good Monday.
It's prominent in our community, though.
Have a good Monday, getting
I see on social media all day, every day.
But that's because we tear each other down, though.
And that's what I was saying earlier. You call somebody out and be this a preference. Black women is this. Black women is this. I'd be like, where are you finding your women at? Because mine ain't never been like that.
Yeah, but I'm talking about, like, even just having the thought of not knowing how to protect. You have this gentleman who is not a black American sitting there chastising them, and they don't even know it. Like, they laughing, kicking, but he's really telling them and showing them the mirror. Like, why are you doing this kind of thing? Like, yeah, we can laugh about it. And okay, yeah, you come, you visit. We're not giving nobody life coaching advice or nothing like that. But then in the next voice, you can't be going off saying, you know, what do you say? Something about some pimp? Like, what's the name of it? I don't know nothing about this.
Something about Simps to Pimps. Yeah, so I guess Simps to Pimps is like the far extremes on both ends. You're simp, meaning that you're googly eyed all over women, and then pimps is obviously you don't really care about women, you just use them for your gratification. So I guess what he's saying is there's an in between that these individuals are not following.
I've never heard of it until today. Simps to Pimps.
Me neither, but I mean, I guess the words make sense to me. I get what they're trying to say, but it's not cute.
I don't know. If I use this app as an experiment, right, and I was to tell the truth about what I've observed, I've been in some of these spaces, and I never forget this one guy. I'm not gonna call his name, but I was sitting there talking to him, you know, trying to, you know, control the stage, and he just went off on me, called me all kinds of bitches. I mean, his voice, when he speaks, he rattles a room, right? He's like,
"Hi, Holly. I'm not done speaking, Holly. Shut up, Holly. I'm not finished speaking."
The more gentle that I was with him, the more angry he became. And I was like, wow, like, y'all talking about what you want, but then when you actually see it and it's around, you can't even receive it because you're so filled with toxicity. But I've also seen it on the flip side where...
This is called liberal projection.
Okay. Where the people... the girls would respond to it, and then it's a whole argument, and then they can sit there and put it off on the girl like, yeah, you know, okay, we can go ahead and fight. And then they'll be like, see, look, she disrespectful. She a loud ass woman, and, you know, this black, this is what I'm talking about. You get what I'm saying?
That
No.
happened the other night. What's that nigga who was like, why you gotta curse? Why you gotta curse? See, that's some lady like the Jesus freak, the singing nigga.
Manfinity.
Yeah. That's why I was like, kick his ass down, man. He'll bait you into that shit, then when you
Kick
get
his ass
upset,
to the goo.
you are the stereotype. Fuck that shit.
Kick his ass to the goo.
No. Manfinity so bad. I was reading something else.
Did you read the comment in the chat?
From who? Oh.
This room is being live streamed on YouTube, and everyone has been doxxed, and employers are being notified Monday with your best clips of hate and murder celebration. Have a good day. Monday getting terminated. It is being streamed, and I went on the page, and the person has countless streams of this page. This room. So I think maybe we just he put the link in there.
He's from JB.
Yeah, it's that same Kitover person. But I think we should just start having the room in like one of the private, because this if this keeps being streamed, I'm not gonna keep cutting here because I can't keep doing this. Yeah, I mean, if you go to the page, it just on and on and on and on and on. It seems like every day they've streamed on.
Gotcha. Gotcha, ass. Motherfucker. This is some bullshit. Motherfucker, he been live streaming
You gonna contact your bot, or you gonna contact my myself.
Motherfucker!
I hope everybody, go to the link.
Motherfucker!
YouTube page. You can file a privacy report and complaint. I advise everyone to do that.
Motherfucker! He done recorded us talking our shit, projecting our hate.
Again, like I was saying about,
Hi,
hate
Danny.
and stuff. It's just like one person does one thing, the next person has to go and out to the next. And even in this situation, people are having conversation.
Your employer
Nobody's
already
going
knows
out
exactly what
seeking these people to come in and have a
you
conversation.
have a job.
I know myself.
You're gonna have to get unemployment. Maybe when you file that unemployment letter, and you have to appeal and get that administrative judge, you can say, somebody was recording me on Clubhouse talking about shit.
That is the sentiments of this space.
It wasn't me. You could try that line. It might work. It wasn't me.
That's how my voice is AI generated. That could be another little bullet point you put in
if a
there.
person continually listened, there was some additional information to that, so it wasn't necessarily a celebration. But please do not respond in any other additional way other than what I'm speaking on, because I'm coming from a place of let's keep the peace.
Yeah, but you don't know what I was going to say. What I was going to say.
I don't know. And
We also don't authorize John Kimmore to record us, our rooms, streaming it on YouTube for 24/7, 7 days a week. We do not authorize that either.
Does it come up as private for y'all now?
Yeah, because he blocked you out of the room or he kicked you out of the YouTube live video.
So the thing about it is people, they create things in their head. Like even reading this post, right? It's saying things that weren't said. So it's like, oh, you're just going to make them shit.
Everybody's stressing about Monday!
Make them stuff.
Anyway.
Well, make sure that you record this. I don't authorize YouTube or you to use any of my voice, any of my IP, or any of my speech freely and without payment. And if you do, I will be seeking legal recourse. And that's clearly stated on this recording. So I'm going to make a report, and I will be putting the timestamp on which I made this statement. So
Timestamp.
I don't think y'all.
He owns it. It's his IP. It's not my IP. The filmmaker. It's not mine. I guess we're gonna have to find that one out in a court of law. Did I put a damper on the room? I feel like I just sucked the joy out the fucking room of hate. Fuck, I got work Monday. I had a job. What happened to my job?
But anyway, I rebuke any of that energy. And
I rebuke it.
We get back to the conversation, or we just gonna end this space? What y'all want to do?
I crushed it. I sucked the joy right out of it.
I'm going up yonder. Going up yonder. Huh?
I had a job, but I don't know what happened.
So what are the jobs?
Somebody recorded me on Clubhouse talking my shit.
For the last hour or two, regular life. What's that boy name? Charlemagne the God, Monique. We had a long conversation about Monique.
What's going on with her? She did something.
You know, that crazy Mel said that she was live, but then I don't know if she was saying that was an old live or was it a new live. Mel, you still here?
It was a new live. So what happens is when she goes live, they
Monique is so unique. Monique.
And then they replay it on the blogs. So it was a live stream. We just didn't catch the live. We catch the recording. What was she talking about? Tyler Perry and I didn't get to hear the whole thing, but it was in regards to Tyler Perry and Oprah.
I'm so good at
Oh, so it
psyoping
was a real.
people.
I mean, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was her.
You know what? You know what the real essence of psyop is?
That's
Just
what we said.
communication. That's it. It's
Yeah, it was
suggestion.
her.
It's just transmitting words, but it has to be read, and he actually just read it. So it wasn't me that psyoped it was him, because otherwise most people don't look at the chat.
John Kimmel also confirmed on the recording that he is using someone else's IP.
Oh no, she busted me. Dummy, it's my IP. I've already gone through all
That's
of
why he
this.
ain't working.
I've already gone through all this. It's my IP. Why do you think my YouTube channels are still up? It's because I control and own the copyrights to your room, madam. Just because you have a voice doesn't mean you own that voice. You are speaking in a public platform, in a public sphere.
That's why he has the phone slanted.
Look, now you're talking back to the
That's why he has the phone slanted. So that we
I live rent free in all your brains. I ain't even gotta pay rent up in that house.
Oh yeah,
I live rent free in your brains. And on Monday, you all gonna get fired. Because we know who every single one of you are. We know from your profile who you are. And we know who your manager is. And we know who your employer is. And Monday by noon, you gonna be terminated. Walking papers, you going home. What job? What job? I ain't got no job no more. You gotta file for unemployment insurance.
Yeah, we can do that.
Gonna open lady or no, or I'll open it, doesn't matter.
Every day's a year again.
Ready for open? I said you can open. I'm trying to see something real quick.
Girl, you know I'm making it up for you.
Oh, I bought the box. I didn't make it yet, but I bought the box.
Yeah, I want to do the box, that's why. It looks good, right?
Yeah.
We'll find out, I'll let you know.
I had a job on Monday. They fired me because all the shit I was talking about Charlie Kirk on Clownhouse. I lost my job on Clownhouse. I was talking about Charlie Kirk and how he got what was coming to him. He got what was coming.
I'm about to pin this link.
We sucked the joy out your room. We destroyed your negative, murderous, hate, racist vibration. You gotta run like little fucking rats and motherfucking cockroaches running.
Bye, Sam.
They running. Look at them run. Look at them run. Now I'm getting fired on Monday. 12 o'clock, terminated. Here's your walking papers. Bye.
Go next door. We're about to shut this bitch down.
Right back to the new one. And we back. We back.
Have you seen Miss Pam down here? She came to visit us.
Hey, Miss Pam. Oh, I'm dumb. I'm slow.
Again, it's Sunday. No, you're allowed.
No, I thought I didn't mod anybody yet. What's wrong?
Okay, start thinking because what are we gonna talk about today?
What's up? Hey everyone, this is Jordan. How you doing?
How you doing, Joe?
Good.
Hey, Jordan.
Hey, how are you?
Hey,
Hello.
Isn't being looking for another you are.
There you go.
What's going on, Jordan?
Not much.
What was that asking about?
What about you?
What's going on? Y'all okay? Like, what's happening?
Yeah, no, I said, how are you?
Hi, Deborah.
Yeah, this is Jordan, by the way. I just got back on the Clubhouse.
You seem like an infiltrator, I ain't gonna lie.
Okay.
Well, okay. So what's an infiltrator? Because I'm confused.
Like a spy.
I don't know. Jordan has been in the gratitude spaces, so
Yes, I am.
yeah. Jordan may not be who y'all think Jordan is.
No, I'm actually really nice compared to some of these people online here.
What you mean, these people?
Keep it up, okay? Leave it